Mr. Ahmed Akanbi, a legal practitioner, joins us next to weigh in on the same matter. Thank you for coming on today.
It's a pleasure as always.
Well, looking through all of this, do you think it's a mountain out of a molehill?
Absolutely not. It's an issue, particularly for those of us who were not members of any political party, but did support the president to achieve his mandate. We didn't vote for APC, we didn't vote for PDP. We voted for President Muhammadu Buhari. And the only reason why we voted, just one reason, was because of his anti-corruption pedigree. And that was the crest on which he rose to power. This latest development, as far as I'm concerned, leaves a very bad taste in the mouth. It leaves one genuinely apprehensive. And it is indefensible under any guise whatsoever. That's my own view.
Why does it leave one? What does it do with bad taste in the mouth?
Absolutely. Now, this is an administration that the greatest goodwill that it has to do with its fight against corruption. Now, I looked at the correspondence that was authored by the president to the Senate. And the president refused to accede to their request for two reasons. One, that Mr. Babachir Lawal was not given fair hearing. And two, that report was signed by 3 members. Assuming without conceding that that position is right, the question is that that report has raised a lot of issues that are in the public domain. Issues like, one, was there a contract awarded to a company in which the SGF has interest? 2, was the due process of the law, was that contract awarded in accordance with the Public Procurement Act of Nigeria? We are made to understand that this particular company is registered at the Corporate Affairs Commission to carry on the business of information technology. And I wonder what business it would have with the cutting of grass in the Northeast. The 5th schedule of our constitution is very clear. And section 1 says a public officer should never under any circumstance put himself in a position where his personal interests will conflict with his public functions and duties. And this raises further questions in the sense that these contracts that were awarded, was it within the purview of the SGF's office? Did he have any role to play in it? If he says he has resigned, whom did you transfer your shares to? Shorn of all technicalities, there was no fair hearing, it was signed by the Senate. One senator, or even one good public member, can come and bring these allegations to the knowledge of the president. And these allegations that should not be wished away, particularly for an administration that thrives on his anti-corruption credentials.
Do you think it's being wished away with that communication from the president back to the
For
Senate?
me, why do you go around in circles? If he was not given fair hearing by the Senate, you give him that fair hearing. Allegations have been made. Ask him, these are the issues. Did you do it on? It's a yes or no.
He should have carried out his own investigation.
Absolutely.
And come up with his report.
Absolutely. He should have referred it to either the EFCC or the ICPC.
What about the one that said the AGF was heading a committee to review the Senate's resolutions?
I ask myself, these allegations that are in the public domain, if your administration is not based on the anti-corruption mantra, then nobody will be bothered. You shouldn't give, it's all about public perception. What do the members of the public feel? If you want them to change, then you must, like Caesar's wife, be above board. As SGF, you can't be hunting with the hunter, and at the same time you are running with the hare. It's either you are SGF or you're a contractor. If you're interested in being a contractor, resign as SGF. If you're interested in being SGF, then don't go near contract, such that people will smear you. These allegations cannot be wished away. And I'm sorry to say this, I've never met Shehu Hussaini in my life. I only get to see him in the papers. But from his pedigree, one thing I can say is that he's not a flippant character.
You know, looking through all of this, do you think those who raise questions about the way or who contracts are awarded to in this country we should actually take a look at some of these and see, wait a minute, if this happens to be playing out like this, could there be some other things that may have gone wrong somewhere that who knows, you and I don't know?
Well, you know, for any administration to succeed, people have to be held accountable for their actions, no matter whose ox is God. The moment people begin to feel that some people are being treated like sacred cows, it creates a problem of perception for the administration. I watched the last interview with Ismail, fantastic guy, but you could see from his body language that he was at pains. This is an issue. We owe it as lawful citizens of Nigeria who want the best for this country to ensure that the president is not misled by any officer of government. We owe Nigeria that responsibility, and that is why we must also ensure that these allegations are not swept under the carpet. They must be treated. You say you have a whistle-blowing policy in place. If I have information and I take it to you, would you tell me that because I didn't follow the procedure, you won't attend to whatever grievance that I have or whatever complaints that I have?
Well, about all of this now, is it there are those who think that perhaps maybe why that letter was written is to ensure that, okay, let's exhaust every possible avenue so we don't leave any further questions, so that if I'm going to ask him to resign, I must have satisfied every possible maybe questions out there before that is done.
I'm a lawyer. The best form of evidence is documentary evidence. Documents don't lie. Certain information has been placed in the purview of the president. This information is verifiable at the Corporate Affairs Commission. There must be an award process backed up by documents. What else is being expected from the Senate? Are we going to sacrifice allegations that have been made on the altar of technicality? The general public is not bothered about technicality. Even our courts in this day and age, the emphasis more is on substantive judgment, not on technical judgment.
And yesterday another lawyer did say it was an interim report, and let's follow that argument. If it's an interim report, does it also make it insufficient for us to look into it?
As far as I'm concerned, these are mere semantics to evade these allegations. We're in a hurry in Nigeria. We're in a hurry to develop. We're in a hurry to get out of recession. Why this to and fro as if we're playing table tennis, ping pong? The information is there, the documents are there. It behoves on the president to call the man. Okay, I know that these people have not complied with certain technical procedures, but what do you have to say to this? And that is the issue, that is the concern for me. We don't have to be, on issues of corruption, on issues of security, we don't have to be going back and forth. You have to be decisive. Because once you get it wrong, you lose the support of the public. And you are there for a tenure time, 4 years. 2 years is almost gone. So we simply don't have this time.